What's up, guys? How we doing? Jackal here. So I'm just gonna be looking at the Chaos customization options. From what I believe, this is gonna be patch 11. So what I believe, I could be mistaken. I'm not 100% sure. So be sure to let me know in the comments. Right. Have a look now. As you can see on the thumbnail, there's a lot of armor options. So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and go through the armor options myself. Just starting on the basic one here, and then going through each and every single item. So yeah, it's I saw a lot of people saying it just took a lot of time for Saber to do this, and it's good that it's in the game. It just took a year, and it's kind of very annoying that it took that long. And another thing as well is I know that a lot of people would love to have the customization options to have on PvE, and some of these are pretty decent. Like my favorite one is probably this one. This one looks really good, and the Iron Warriors as well. It looks like a pre-heresy type of helmet. Got Death Guard as well. World Eater's Relic. A little bit of difference between the two. The World Eaters, the helmet does look good. I'm a big fan of the tool bit on top, and then we've got the Night Lords as well, slightly different there. And then we've got the Alpha Legion as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, pretty much just go through these. That doesn't look too bad. I prefer this one, Death Guard. I'm just gonna go back go back and put the default helmet on. Black Legion here. Some of them are very cool looking. So again, this is for PvP only. It's not for PvE, and this will be patch 11. So eventually, when it comes out, which will probably be, I believe, November the 9th. Not 100% sure. It's usually a couple of weeks after the test server has gone offline. I am going to do each shoulder pad because they are slightly different. So it's going to be fun though. Like, it's going to be nice for, especially Chaos is a big part of Warhammer and Space Marines as well. I do like this a lot. The Iron Warriors shoulder pad on the side, the Death Guard as well, the World Eaters. Like, one of my biggest ones is the Night Lords. It looks really cool. The Night Lords, Alpha Legion a little bit, but Iron Warriors, Night Lords, and then the World Eaters. They are probably my favorite ones to look at, just for the sheer dynamic kind of looking. This one's pretty cool, especially the helmet down there. I do like the chest plates. It's got a little bit of difference. Well, Black Legion and Night Lords. Got Alpha Legion there. Not a tremendous amount, I'd imagine, at the back. So yeah, not really missing out too much on the back. This one, Iron Warriors, looks really cool. Kind of reminds me of pre-heresy, sort of like the after I believe it was the Thunder armor. Night Lords. This one is probably one of my favorites as well. Night Lords, then the Alpha Legion, Iron Warriors, and then the Death Guard. Go back up here again. I will be putting in the description, just going through each and every single one of them. This one's pretty cool. It's one of my favorites, especially on the backpack. I'm not a big fan of Chaos. However, I do like just looking at the detail and the what things look like. So yeah, this might take a while, but you know, it's good to show people prior to it coming out what you can expect, what you kind of want to look like. See, the Death Guard looks really cool. That backpack does look really cool. How it's incorporated in the design right now. Again, these, from what I believe, we only have two right now. Black Legion. We might have more on the other ones. I didn't take too much of a look at them. But the customization options. This is probably my favorite on the gauntlets. The Night Lords. Alpha Legion's pretty decent. Iron Warriors, again, pre-heresy type of build. Death Guard, and then yeah, the Night Lords are probably my favorite looking. Yeah, tell me what your favorite faction is in the comments. What do you guys like? Death Guard, have they got a faction that isn't actually here? I did see a few factions on Chaos. word bearers, I believe. Legion, Night Lords. It did take Saber a long time to, you know, put this into the game. It's just a shame it does takes, you know, them a long time. And I wasn't, you know, I have seen on Reddit a lot of the time that people have been absolutely begging for Saber to put this in the game. And I feel like the next step, what they might do is put it maybe into PvE. Again, Iron Warriors, like something's wrong with the image right there, but that's just through a public test server, so it's to be expected. Again, kind of yeah, I'm flicking through these right now. I know it's going to be a long process, but I just wanted to show people properly what we can expect. It does give me the feel that I want to actually play some PvP, because I used to play a lot of PvP when this game first dropped. Again, this one does look pretty cool. It's obviously it's going to have that skull there, and it looks a little bit thicker, but that's about it on that. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and so this, I believe, just dropped in the previous one. I know that you have to unlock it on a certain amount, so obviously everything with this helmet will be coming along, as well as everything else on top. So yeah, so that was one of the builds that I did earlier, and then just have that by default. But that is one of the builds that I had earlier, and then I'm gonna go ahead. Go over to Assault, and then we're going to carry on doing the same thing again. Just going to go through the helmets a little bit here. We've got the Night Lords, and then we've got the Relic Night Lords. Again, this one's probably my Alpha Legion helmet. That's probably that's my favorite looking helmet. Black Legion, Iron Warriors, again, that's another one. I'm not too keen on this Alpha Legion. This one's pretty cool, the Black Legion Relic, and then the Iron Warriors Relic as well. It looks good. I would like if that sort of Bionic side was removed, but again, it's nothing terrible. All right, on the left side here, I'm gonna be selecting them, just moving them left to right, just so everybody can have a look. Anything else you want me to do before? I believe it's Friday. The public test servers do go offline. I might be mistaken, I'm not sure, let me know in the comments. But then probably about 2 weeks later, this will be coming out to the consoles anyway, and the rest of us. Even if you haven't got the public test server downloaded. This one's a nice shoulder pad. Yeah, the shoulder pad it's really crazy looking. And then the Iron Warriors as well. That's cool looking. Play again, Night Lords, they look fantastic, like they really do look great. And then Alpha Legion, I'm liking the breastplate on this as well. Iron Warriors, again, pre-heresy looking. Alpha Legion, not too bad. I don't believe it's the same sort of deal, just a couple of chains around the front and the back. So there is that. Go ahead and go on. I don't believe there's anything else, just the 2 backpacks, that's all they've got. Yeah, the Night Lords, they look great. Just can't complain about them. Alpha Legion, Black Legion, not a massive difference, but slightly. Alpha Legion, again, I do love the way this armor looks. What they've done with the Alpha Legion and the Iron Warriors look very cool. So, yeah, just let me know what you think. What do you want to see in the game? Do you want to see? I mean, again, this happens on public test servers, but I'd imagine that it's the arm, the robotic arm. So on that side, Alpha Legion there. Not sorry, Alpha Legion, Night Lords, and then we got the Alpha Legion. I know a lot of people are a big fan of the studs in the legs. Make a pre-heresy build. And then again a little bit here, so that's kind of same sort of thing. That side, I believe, is that the same? Yeah, Slightly different in the kneecaps, but not a lot. Again, pretty heresy looking builds. That's kind of better because we can actually see Black Legion and Iron Warriors. They're kind of looking the same. Just slight difference on the armor on the side there. Again, this is the build I did earlier. Kind of mixed and matched a lot of Alpha Legion in there with a couple of Iron Warriors. Let's come to the Vanguard. Yeah, very popular, especially in PvP. It is a decent class. So, World Eaters, Night Lords. Again, they are kind of recycling the same looking things, and nothing really changing too much. But it's a start, you know. Like we are getting somewhere of a start here. I mean, I do feel like one of the armors on here, you could have that his arm was actually like open and shown. So I don't know if this is a mistake, an error, or what. So to this side here, Alpha Legion, Black Legion, yeah. Iron Warriors as well, Night Lords, Alpha Legion. Side. This does look really cool, and the Iron Warrior is not a fan of this, but this one looks very, very cool. This side here, World Eaters on this side again, kind of looking like the same shoulder pads and everything else. Nothing drastically changing. You get the idea on the same sort of thing. Again, Night Lords is probably one of my favorite. Looks crazy. Alpha Legion on that side. I mean, I wouldn't say no to being able to play as Chaos in PvE, because I feel like then it might drag a lot of people over from PvP, possibly, to be able to play as your favorite Chaos faction. Again, that looks it's crazy because the way like it's covering half of his face. I understand the idea of it and everything like that and the lore behind it, but it is crazy looking. There, and then we're kind of the same with the kneecaps, the legs, not a lot changing. I do like the Night Lords, the thunder kind of coming down the leg. It's one of my favorite looking ones, and especially the spikes on the side as well. Alpha Legion, and then the Black Legion, and then the Iron Warriors. On the side here, World Eaters, Night Lords, Alpha Legion. Generally kind of the same thing. Again, a little bit of difference in the kneecap and the leg itself. And then this is the kind of build that I did earlier. Just messing around, so nothing too crazy, just kind of putting it together. I'll go ahead and do it. Again, the Bulwark is the Death Guard, so it's nice that we can actually change it up now and have different different factions on the Bulwark, which is cool. Again, the Black Legion, this helmet's very cool looking, and it's only the standard one. The Iron Warriors, I could probably easily build a pre-heresy looking build there. Got the World Eaters and Night Lords, Black Legion, and then the Iron. Again, kind of the same, pretty much the same helmets apart from the default looking for them. Let's go onto the shoulder pad here. Got the Death Guard on the side. World Eaters slightly different. We have got there's only 3 shields, so I'm not 100% sure if they had different shields prior to this. I'd have to let me know in the comments if they did. As far as I'm aware, they only had like 2 shields from the one that they actually gave before, and then they just have a standard one now. So I'm not 100% sure. Again, I don't play the PvP just for the simple reason that it feels very, and this is nothing against PvP players, but it just feels very boring to me. After a while, it just feels very boring and very like nothing to grasp, nothing to do. Like they did bring out a new PvP mode, which was fun for a little bit, but then I randomly just felt bored of it a lot of the time. And I have seen a few times people have said it was kind of a very lazy thing that Saber slash Focus did, because they did actually have in the first one I believe it was Hellbrute, not the Hellbrute, the Dreadnought Onslaught, kind of the same concept. Again, this is the shield here, so we've got this one here, not much has changed on the shield, and then we just have that one there, so I'm not 100% sure which shield was incorporated into this. I want to say that one, and then we've got the Death Guard on that side, so that's about it on there. Let's go over to the gauntlets, Death Guard on the gauntlets. Really see too much. I don't believe I can actually change. Let's see. Right, so we can't actually have the fire on the Bulwark. So we'll go back over here because I was just trying to get rid of the shield to make things a little bit easier to look at, but we can't see it too much. I'm not sure if I'm mistaken or not, but I feel like this shield got slightly closer to the Bulwark. Again, I could be mistaken. I'm not sure. Go and have a look. Let me know in the comments what you think. Does it seem like it's closer? Does it feel like it's closer? I'm not 100% sure myself. I'd have to go back and have a look at, you know, some old YouTube videos or past broadcasts on some past broadcasts, etc. to have a look. Again, Night Lords is probably one of my favorites there. Iron Warriors also needs to be fixed. A little bit of a bug in the system there. I mean, at least we are getting some new stuff incorporated into the PvP, which is quite nice. World Eaters again. So generally you can see the same sort of pattern I am getting. So at least you can make your own favorite. It's only 6 of them, or 5 of them, I believe. Like, you've got Death Guard, World Eaters, Black Legion, World Eaters again, Night Lords. So yeah, it's not a lot. Black Legion and Iron Warriors. That's kind of about it. I did see very fun on the on the heavy. I will show you that in a second. It was quite fun looking. So I'm gonna go ahead and just edit this up. Again, this is probably the only unique one because it's got the hood standard anyway. So it looks a bit funky with the stuff coming out the side, but hey, you know, it's just taking this long. Can't be moaning too much because might take a little bit longer. Then we've got the side here, Alpha Legion, very good looking on the side. Night Lords, Black Legion, and then Night Lords, and then Black Legion again. So back over to this side again. Very, very. It doesn't look like the sniper has a lot of customization options. Really. No, you can, and I will show you. We are able to change the cloak. We get 2 cloaks. Nice. So we get 2 cloaks. So this is what I was talking about on the heavy, actually. Yeah, again, we don't really get a lot. This is that's probably my favorite looking one. The Black Legion one is very, very cool looking. On that. So here's the cloaks. We get this one and then this one. It's not terrible, but yeah. So, I mean, you can make it. So, if you have, like, I believe, does it actually... Okay, so the cloak, when it's longer, actually takes the helmet, the hood down. So, if you wanted to change up a little bit, I guess you could. But that's kind of a shame, because it would be good with the long cloak, especially if you have the, the hood. So, again here, Alpha Legion. Alpha Legion Night Lords, probably, like I said. Still my favorite looking Alpha Night Lords, Black Legion, Night Lords. Yep, Black Legion and Night Lords are very cool looking. The skin sort of stretched over the side, and then the Black Legion there. Alpha Legion on the side here. World Eaters, nothing too fancy. I do like the knuckle sort of claws, give me the Wolverine type feels. Night Lords. That's probably the best looking one. Yeah, that's on that side. And we got the kneecap here. Night Lords, Alpha. Nothing drastically changing. That's pretty much it for that one there. Again, this is the kind of design that I did earlier. A little bit mix and match. And then we're going to go over to the heavy. see, we can actually change up the backpack a little bit here. Death Guard obviously looking, or the Iron Warrior is looking like a pre-heresy build. This is pretty cool, the fact that we can have this. Does look really cool to admittedly have this type of helmet, especially this helmet. Yeah, again, nothing too crazy here. Kind of the same sort of thing that we're looking at. You know, it is what it is. It's nice now we can incorporate different helmets to different sizes, different classes even, and put on other classes. Same thing again. The design of them, they do look very cool. I am a big fan of this one, Night Lords, as I've said 1,000 times over. Black Legion here, Death Guard. Yeah, the chest plate. Night Lords. So I have also had a look. We haven't got any customization for the weapons. So it's pretty much standard as it is. So this is a thing here. So I can actually change. So this is very cool. Let me explain it here. So I've got 1 or 2 of these gears. So I can have that one there, and I can actually change. I believe I can actually change the backpack. So that's pretty cool. So for instance, yeah, that one's. I'll do that one, and then I come down here. And I can actually have the relic on the back, and that does look really cool. Kind of clashes, but you know. So that one's probably the coolest looking one. It's just a shame we can't have this on the back of every class or something like that, or even their own emblem or something different. So there's that. And then we'll go to the gauntlets here. Iron Warriors again, World Eaters, Night Lords, Alpha Legion. And nothing's changing too much. Death Guard, Night Lords here, Alpha Legion, Black Legion, and then Death Guard. Again, nothing. The only difference is that I have seen this. I believe this might be the Iron Warriors relic on the other ones, but obviously there's something happening with the graphics or the clash of something. So that's on Saber's side because it's a public test server. Alpha Legion, Black Legion, Death Guard, World Eaters, Night Lords. Again, favorite, definitely one of my favorite, and an Alpha. And the Death Guard there. Again, as to be expected, not much is changing here. Not much changing at all. So, I mean, the reason why I'm bringing this video out for 2 things. I know that a lot of people are fans of the Chaos factions. So, you know, I just want to show people as much as humanly possible what is to be expected. Because I do feel a lot of the time that Saber isn't very they are open, but they just keep a lot of things quiet, or they don't really let you know, especially if you're on console or all those different kind of things. They don't really let people know, or they don't showcase things a little bit, and that's you know, again, why I'm trying to do this for everyone else. As you can see here, I put a little bit just things together, so you can mix and match. It's not crazy at all. So I'm gonna go ahead here and show you the weapons again. Nothing is changing at all. Nothing on the weapons. It's exactly the same, which is a shame. And it's, you know, it is what it is. On Vanguard, I'll show you the weapons again. And again, nothing really happening here. We have got so many, you know, skins for, the Chaos. I'm just going to touch on here. This is, I believe, the Raven Guard bolt pistol skin. So that's the Raven Guard skin. I believe that's in the game. It might actually, I might have a quick look and then see if the assault is on the Raven Guard. So okay, that was interesting there. I will just quickly show everyone as well the Blood Angels. I can't actually see it. I can do that, however. Again, that's the Blood Angels. sword. Also on top, I did read up that this the sanguineous, I believe it's sanguineous, apologies if I said it wrong, but all this armor you can actually change. That's what I actually saw Saber say. You can change the color of this armor, which would be really cool. So that would be quite fascinating. I'm just gonna have a look here, see if we have the assault by any chance, because we just had that, and then I just saw that, but we didn't have the class, the Raven Guard. We might have the Raven Guard backpack. No, just the Blood Angels one. Interesting. Okay. Right. I was just quickly looking to see if they may be incorporated into the game. It looks like they did. Just down there. Soul. So probably be coming along soon enough, along with Blood Angels and salamanders. I know there is a big argument between what they should be is the Raven Guard should be assault or the sniper, and in my personal opinion, not a fan of Blood Angels, but I feel like the Blood Angels deserve to have the assault, and then the Raven Guard should probably have the sniper. I understand that Raven Guard is a sneaky, stealthy type of chapter as well as sniper, but I just feel like the sniper would fit a lot better on Raven Guard. And that's no hate towards Raven Guard, and there's no hate towards Blood Angels, but that's just personally how I feel on that. So again, I'm just gonna just show you the customization options here. So just quickly go through here. I do appreciate if you watched this video up until now. I know it's quite a long video. It's just a lot to get through, so I want to just make sure I show everyone what you can and can't do. Again, this is on the PvP's public test server, and it probably will be coming out on the 9th of November or around that time. Don't quote me on that. It may be on the website. So yeah, just make sure that do your research. As far as I'm aware, that's what I've seen rumored, so I'm not 100% sure. And that's pretty much going to be it from me as well. So I do appreciate everyone watching this video. Give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Again, I know it's quite a long video, but I appreciate it. So thank you very much. Have a good evening, good day, whatever you're doing. And look after yourself.